Hello and welcome back. This is my second redo of the Red Forest quest. I did it once, but just before I completed it, we had a bit of a snowstorm here and it blinked out the power, so it resulted in me failing it. So I'm just inserting the redo here. On the first try though, I did get a nice AK drop. You'll probably see it in my inventory later.
I should have brought that goddamn power bar. I'm starving.
Yeah, here's that gun.
They won't bother you anymore.
A tough guy, huh? Well done. Usually these arseholes don't venture this far because of the lurkers. Anyways, thanks. We would have dealt with them ourselves, but I guess you saved us the trouble.
because you forgot to top off the radiator with water, dumbass. That's why the fucking engine overheated. Come again? No, fuck you. You're the one who's supposed to top it off. That's your job. It's your fucking fault. Oh, really? You're such a good driver, are you, huh? Good. Then for fuck's sake, drive here and pick me up. Christ!
What do you hope to find among these trees, Igor?
You tell me, my love. You brought me here.
What are you talking about, Igor? Are you losing your mind?
Frankly, yes. I think I might be.
You came here because there's something you need to understand. Something to do with those dead trees. What they are, what they represent.
They're not dead. Not entirely. The radiation from the disaster killed all the microbes, which slowed decay almost to a halt. The Red Forest is like a snapshot in time, but there are signs that nature may recover.
Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Every inch of this area is still badly irradiated. Perhaps this horror will give birth to something entirely new. Perhaps it already has.
New?
Strange, foreign, alien, something unfathomable. New. There's more I want you to see. The claw, the most irradiated piece of machinery in the zone. This might also be the most radioactive place in the zone, apart from the reactor core.
I know. It was used to remove the graphite from the roof of reactor number 3. 20,000 Röntgen per hour. Touching it with one's bare hands would practically be suicide. So the liquidators had to use machinery or robots whenever they could.
Both terrifying and fascinating, isn't it? Almost as if someone had accidentally opened a door to the inside of some dark, twisted star, oozing power that should have been left untouched.
Where do you get these ideas from, Tanya? Probably all those science fiction books you used to read. Nuclear fission is just a method of producing energy. We became quite adept at harnessing it.
Really? This place doesn't inspire confidence in your assessment. I know what nuclear fission is, and you know that's not what I'm talking about.
I don't understand.
I think you do, my love. You said it yourself once. It's us, humankind. Are we truly ready to bear such a responsibility? We're like a bunch of chimpanzees trying to launch a rocket into space. What if the radioactivity is just the beginning? What if we stumble upon something even more powerful?
Chernobylite.
We need someone to guide us. Someone more significant than all of us. Someone or something.
Sometimes I wish humanity had one gigantic head.
What for?
So it could pull that head out of its gigantic ass.
Joke about it if it makes you feel safe, but it changes nothing. I'll show you.
On my first time through here, there was 3 guys here, and one of them dropped that AK.
Shells? What do you know about them?
Well, when the Chernobyl reactor blew apart and the radionuclides started spreading, the authorities created an exclusion zone encompassing a 30-kilometer radius around the power plant. The people living in that area were evacuated. eventually. First the Pripyat dwellers, then the other nearby hamlets. Kopachi, Yaniv, Poliska, Tarasi, Severivka, Vilcha, Kopachichi, Andriivka, and many more.
They were forced to leave, had to abandon their lives and their belongings. Their animals were shot, but some people refused to leave, didn't they? Or resettled later in secret. But why? Why would they do something so irrational, Igor?
They were sentimental, I guess. They must not have been thinking clearly.
You're the only one thinking clearly, aren't you, Igor? Always trying to reason your way out of every predicament. But people are different. They act on emotions, hopes, and fears.
Illusions.
Look who's talking. A mad scientist conversing with an imaginary woman. You think you know these people, but you don't. What do you know about this place? Its history? Do you have any idea what the folks living here went through? The Russian Civil War, forced collectivization, the Great Patriotic War, Nazi occupation, persecution by the NKVD.
History wasn't kind to this place. I know.
They suffered and lost so much. But they buried their dead and kept on going in spite of everything. This has been their place on Earth for generations. Do you think a bit of radioactivity would scare them away? People don't change that quickly, Igor. Maybe they don't want to, or maybe they just can't. Not many of them are left today. This place is dying. When the last of the Samos shells passes away, it will be the end. What about you, my love? Will you embrace change if our fate depends on it?
Just gonna do a couple things to get my base out of the negatives in power and comfort. And then I should probably do some training, use some of those skill points up.
You know, Igor, this isn't the shittiest, most run-down place I've ever bunked. But it's in the top 3. How about a radio or a plant to alleviate the gloom?
I always get the quests after I've done what they want.
You're right. This place definitely needs something. A radio or a plant would brighten the mood. I'll take care of it.
Sounds great. Look forward to seeing some results. Good job, Igor. It's not the Ritz-Carlton quite yet, but it'll do for now. Good job, Igor. It's not the Ritz-Carlton quite yet, but it'll do for now.
Do you think you could find some time to teach me some of your military tricks?
No. There are no tricks or shortcuts when it comes to improving your survival skills or shooting. But I'll be happy to teach you some basics. It'll make my job easier too if you know how to handle yourself out there.
Perfect. Let's do it.
Follow me. Okay. Now focus, Igor. You only fire on my command. Understood? You have 5 bullets for 5 targets. Stand straight, but knees relaxed, and focus on the front sight. Make each bullet count. Ready? Fire! Stand straight, with your legs spread at shoulder width. Bend your knees a little for support. Out your accuracy. Perfect score. Look at you, Professor. We'll make a guerrilla fighter out of you yet. What's going on, Igor?
Do you think you could find some time to teach me some of your military tricks?
But I'll be happy to teach...
Perfect. Let's do it.
Follow me. Taking out your enemy requires guts. Taking out your enemy quietly is an art. I think you've got what it takes to do the former, but you suck mightily at the latter. Now, the lesson is about knocking out your opponent without being spotted by him or anyone else. The secret lies in understanding human anatomy as well as stealth. It's about knowing how to apply enough force to put your opponent out of commission without killing them. Let's put theory into practice. Sneak up on me and perform a chokehold. Don't worry about hurting me. I'm a professional. Let's begin. Okay, Igor, enough. That was impressive. Well done, soldier.
Okay, I'm going to wrap this one up here. We'll just end it up by listening to some quest audio that I pick up through the radio here. And I'll continue into the next one. Anyways, thanks for watching.
I know you're there, little mouse. Pick up.
Who is this?
A better question is, who are you?
What?
I kid, Mousy, I kid. I know where you are, and I know who you are looking for, yes? Let this be enough for now. Listen, I have something to show you. Something very important. Oh, but we must meet in person. Oh, this is not something to explain. It must be seen.
I don't know who you are, but I'm not walking blindly into some trap.
Blind? Oh, goodness, no, on the contrary. I wish for you to see. Meet me at the Duga Radar Command Center. You know it, yes.
Duga Radar? Who the hell is this? Oh, this is insane.
I heard. What are you going to do?
Go meet our mystery man, I guess.
The real mystery is why that guy isn't strapped to a bed someplace, juiced up on Haldol.
He may know something. I have to take the risk.
Sure, he might know something. Or he might just be waiting to split your skull open with a hatchet and eat your liver. I really don't think this is a good idea. It sounds exactly like a trap.
It sounds like a trap, but we can't afford to ignore him. Anyway, I've got the gun. I'll be extra careful.
You better be. I don't want to find your head on a spike somewhere out in the marshes.
Regardless of how I feel about Tarakan, he could be my only chance of finding Tatiana.
Suit yourself. But you could just as easily be racing towards your own death, and this lunatic already knows our location. Him and his nutty buddies could be closing in on us right now. We have a good defensive position here. We should sit tight and defend it, if it comes to that.
I appreciate the tactical input, Olivier, but I have to do this.